to bring you a Christmas movie, or it's a debatable Christmas movie. This is Mr. Branson's World, talking about Die Hard. Now, when Die Hard was first written, the script apparently was terrible. They asked Frank Sinatra, he was 70 at the time, to do it. And I'm thinking, well, what type of movie would it be with a 70-year-old? Obviously, the script was written for a 70-year-old man, but he turned it down. Then they offered it to Clint Eastwood. He turned it down. Gene Hackman. Arnold Schwarzenegger just wanted to go into comedy, so he turned it down. Sylvester Stallone turned it down. Imagine Clint Eastwood or Gene Hackman. It would be a completely different movie. So at the time, Bruce Willis was doing a TV series called Moonlighting. And he was offered the role. His agent strictly said, this will ruin your career. The script is terrible. But they offered him $5 million. $5 million. He's like, okay, he says to his agent, look, if the movie bombs, I still have $5 million. I'll do it. So, strongly against it, he did it. He became John McClane in the Die Hard movie. Now, the Die Hard was written because he was doing Moonlighting at the same time, so they changed the script dramatically. And they also wanted a really good villain. But this actor never acted in movies before. He just did plays, Broadway plays, all around the world. He was hesitant to do it, but he did it. And as you know, Die Hard got nominated. I can't remember if it won, but it got nominated for special effects and stuff like that year. Die Hard to me is an amazing movie. Well put together, right from the beginning. Right from the beginning, you see a plane with John McClane, a New York cop, heading to see his divorced wife, or separated wife, and to see his kids. I thought the conversation on the plane was genius. You got to know that he had this kind of like tough type cop guy. He didn't like to fly, and he was talking to a salesman. The salesman tells him to take off his shoes and wiggle his toes, and that will help with the flight afterwards. He gets off the flight, and as he gets off the flight, there's someone holding up a sign, John McClane, and he goes, "That's me," and he says, "What do I do now?" Because that apparently was his very first person. He was driving in a limo. He got a limo job, and this was his first job. So John McClane, and I've never seen this in a movie before, sits at the front, not the back of the limo, right next to the driver. I don't think I've seen another movie like that in history. If there is one out there, I just haven't seen it. But I liked that because you got to know the characters. They build the characters up. Like even so, the limo driver had a small role. His role was actually very good. The acting and the action. Now, Roger Ebert, he gave it thumbs down. Gene Siskel gave it thumbs up. If you remember those guys back in the day, they were #1 critics. But the reason why he gave it thumbs down, Roger Ebert, is because he didn't like the stupidity of the cops. Now, the interesting fact about the cop that was helping John McClane, that came on the site first, they had a hard time picking that role. Bruce Willis read with him, and he says, "I want him." And that was the start of his career. As you know, he went into a TV series, and the rest was history for that particular individual that I'm not going to name actors, because if you haven't seen it, you will be surprised who I'm talking about. And you would probably know the TV series he was in, especially if you grew up in the 80s or 90s. But if you haven't seen Die Hard, it has a Christmas party. They're having a Christmas party, his ex-wife, and they're celebrating. So he's going there for Christmas. I don't think he really wanted to, but he came to reconnect. He reconnected all right, because craziness happened. Terrorists take over the building. And it was a fun movie. Every bit of it was entertaining to the T. Fast pacing, very quick, not one boring scene or dialogue. From a terrible script to Frank Sinatra, a 70-year-old man, to everyone else saying no, this movie made his career. Now, I'm upset, now that Bruce Willis, as you know, has a form of dementia, and I find that very sad. He's a great actor. I feel for him deeply for that, and his family and all that. It saddens me. But I know that he's loved, and I know he'll be missed in all the movies, but his movies will be remembered in history. He made 5 Die Hard movies. The second one, Roger Ebert actually gave thumbs up to. He liked it way more than the first. Alright everyone, check out my channels and other reviews. And I love Die Hard. I watch it every Christmas, and I believe it's a Christmas movie. It was a fun action Christmas movie with lots of fun puns. Bye for now everyone. Check out my other stuff and reviews, and thank you for watching.